Things to talk about with your boyfriend, according to Google.
Number 1, read a newspaper, magazine, or news sites daily to stay informed about world events that you can talk about with all kinds of people.
Number 2, talk about what he enjoys.
Number 3, ask him to play a game. It could be a board game, video game, or anything of your interest.
Number 4, sometimes when you run out of things to say, you don't need words anymore. It could be time for a kiss.
Yes, Flarf.
And I'd be in the video for the rest of it.
Sure, but you can't talk. You gotta be quiet. Okay? And then you can be in the next one and talk. Number 5, let him have a turn to talk. Don't talk about yourself. Always.
What are we on 6?
6.
Number 6, ask questions about his life and his passions.
Number 7, ask how his day went. If he says good or bad, ask in what way.
Number 8, tell him how much you love him and why you love him, but not to the point that he'll get annoyed.
That'd be bad. Number 9, ask him to tell you something about himself he's never told you before, such as his favorite sports, his hobbies, siblings, pets, etc. Except for the fact that you should already know this before you date him. That's pretty sweet. Sorry.
Number 10, talk about his hobbies. For example, you might say, did you get new trucks for your skateboard? They look really nice.
That doesn't make sense. Number 11, tease him in a fun and loving way, but don't be mean.
Number 12, compliment his clothing, hair, car, etc. What if he doesn't have a car?
What if he doesn't have hair?
He better have clothing.
13, ask about and show an interest in his friends, but don't criticize them.
Number 14, if you've been with your boyfriend for over 2 years, tell him how much you really love him.
15, seek his biggest dreams.
And that was all. Those are really lame. Yes.
Yes, Lauren.
Tips. Just relax.
Why?
He's your boyfriend after all.
Why
Even if you run out of
WHY?
things to talk about, the awkward silence will disappear quicker than you know it.
Be yourself by being honest about what's on your mind.
Tell him if you're shy or quiet. He loves you, so he'll understand.
If it's early in your relationship, try to keep conversations no more than an hour at first. Talking too much can make an even fresh relationship seem stale and boring.
Flirt. A lot of guys enjoy the thrill of the hunt and miss it in a relationship.
Let him know you're still there. Small talk can turn into silence very quickly.
Tell him how and why you loved a particular date. For an example, you might say, I loved when you took me out to dinner. It was such a beautiful restaurant that it made me feel extra special.
If your boyfriend doesn't talk much, he may need some encouragement.
Ask him to go on a walk with you. This can create a relaxing and peaceful environment.
Don't brag or gossip about your friends. It makes you look bad.
Forget about your past boyfriends! Exclamation points. Listening to you talk about them can make him feel awkward.
Never. Never play with his leg. It might make him assume that you want to get in his pants, and he may make a move you are not prepared for. But if he was a proper boyfriend, he would ask you anyway. He wouldn't just do it. You're right.
If you are a young middle schooler, you may be wondering how to talk to your absolutely hot boyfriend. If you're in the middle of an awkward silence, don't just sit there and do nothing. Ask him some questions, but not too many. It could get annoying. Just ask him about what he did when he got home yesterday, or ask him what he likes to do on weekends. Maybe he even might ask you out on a date that weekend. Don't freeze. Remember to just be yourself. Guys like that.
That was bad. Tell him the good points about your family and your hobbies, which will make him ask questions you can answer to live in the conversation.
Tell him a few jokes that are quite funny and laugh along with him, only if he's got a good sense of humor.
I have to sneeze. Find stuff out about him. Ask him about his family, pets, any worries, hobbies. You need to find this out just in case you offend him in anything you say.
Warnings. Don't lie just to have something to talk about. It always comes back to haunt you.
Never say I love you to make conversation. Say it when you're absolutely ready.
Never talk about being fat.
Never cuss a lot while talking to your boyfriend. It will get on his nerves. Unless he's like some potty mouth that just keeps going and going and going. Then you tell him to shut up.
And that was all
That was
on
it.
this.
On WikiHow.